Hi, this is Colleen O'Shaughnessy. I'm the voice of Tails, and you're watching the Boys Podcast.
Hey! Hands off the little brother!
Whatever.
Only a few more adjustments and the Auto Adjuster 3000 will be complete. If only there were a machine to do this for me. Huh? Where's my shifting spanner? My babies!
Welcome to my world. My baby!
Not everyone is terrified. Isn't a new recruit joining us today? Racers, start your engines! This is gonna be awesome! So pumped to do this! I'm so excited! Buckle up! If these readings are accurate, he's here. I found him. I just hope I'm not too late.
We do. Thanks for being such good friends.
It's nothing. Because we love you so much.
When the one that you love feels so far away.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our episode of the Boys Podcast. Today, I'm joined by a wonderfully talented voice actress. What is your name, Miss?
Hello, my name is Colleen O'Shaughnessy.
Welcome, Miss O'Shaughnessy. I got some questions to dive in with you.
All right, dive on in.
Okay, so now that some things are kind of opening up, what have you been up to?
Well, I actually got to hear some music in person, which has been nice. California is a little bit. We went back to masks a few weeks ago, but I did get to see some music in person. And my daughter's back in school in person, so that's great too. I've been to a convention in person, so little things here and there, but I'm still very careful because it's still.
Yeah. It's crazy, like this whole 2020, 2021, this COVID virus, it's crazy.
I know, it's been awful, but hopefully we're headed in the right direction. I don't know. I keep reading the news and it's not good, and I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, fingers crossed, right?
Exactly.
Okay, so what made you want to become a voice actress, and who would you say is your biggest inspiration for voice acting?
That is a great question. So I actually started out doing musical theater, and I thought I wanted to do musical theater. And I also at one point wanted to do music therapy because music has always been in my life. And I figure everybody listens to some kind of music, whether it's classical or rock or pop or rap or whatever. Everybody listens to something probably. So that's what I was going to do. And then I was in school and I was like, I can't do any more school. And I always did voices, and I don't know where that came from. I always watched cartoons. I watched Disney, and I always would kind of do those voices. I would give voices to babies or animals, and I just would do it automatically. And one of my professors overheard me doing that in a class when I was at the University of Michigan, and she said, "You need to do voiceovers." And I went, wow, that, was like, light bulb. So I moved to LA and tried to figure it out. And that's what made me do it. And some of my inspirations, Mel Blanc, of course, Frank Oz from the Muppets. It's funny, it's all men, but June Foray for sure too. And honestly, the people I work with inspire me every single day. I get to work with the most talented, hilarious, fun, wonderful people every day, and those people inspire me all the time.
I like that. I think you're very talented at what you do.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw too, like some of the background things.
Did you drop that? I love it.
My little sister.
My little sister did. Oh, I love it. How old is she?
She's actually 9, and maybe off podcast if you want to. She really wants to meet you. She's like downstairs if she could come up here after.
Oh,
yeah. She loves Tails. Like that's her favorite Sonic character. So.
Oh, that's awesome. Good for her.
Yeah. Thank you. And then right here, there's some like video games. Like your voices were in video games.
Oh, very cool. I can't tell which ones they are from here. I can't read the titles.
Spider-Man 2, Final Fantasy X, I, Sonic Generations, Saints Row, Hitman, South Park: The Stick of Truth, The Amazing Spider-Man 2, and Team Sonic Racing.
Nice. Wow, that's a great collection. Wow.
I figured I put some of your video game roles in there too, just
Yeah, I appreciate that.
yeah, no problem. Okay. What is your favorite role that you portrayed? And can you please do the voice if you don't mind? Do you like?
Yeah. Oh, it's such a hard question because all of the voices that I do, the characters are kind of like a little piece of me. But I think the one that is like holds the biggest place in my heart is Polly McShane from The Kids from Room 402. Not that many people saw her, but she was fantastic, and I loved her because she was crazy. And she did the poke on. She collected spoons. That was my very first role in a TV show, in a series, an animated series. So not that many people have seen it, but it was my first, official, and she just was wackadoodle, and I just loved her. So, but I love Tails, and I love Jazz, and I love Wasp, and I love all my little critters.
Yeah. Like your pickles and Doc McStuff and your
Oh, pickles, little pickles. He had a button for a nose instead.
Mhm. I'm sorry, but it's really cool how you do the different voices. That's really
Yeah.
if you don't mind, can you do like some tails if you don't mind?
Sure, I could do Tails all day. I'll catch you on the flip-flop. Sonic, we gotta go fast. Whoa, did you see Dr. Eggman? Oh, that guy.
That's really cool. I'm sorry, but that's really cool. You can do all those different voices. Oh,
I
okay.
can do better with the script.
Yeah, all good, all good. Can you do also, if you don't mind, Jazz? Jazz Fenton from Danny Phantom.
Danny, there's no such thing as ghosts. Come on, Danny, what are you doing?
That's so cool. I'm sorry. That's so cool. Like wow. Oh my god. That's so cool. Wow. Yeah. Okay. So, if you could pick any role that you didn't do, you haven't done yet, like for example, I don't know, like Harley Quinn or something. Is there a role you really want to do that you haven't done yet?
Oh, wow. I would love to do anything in like the Star Wars universe or Marvel I mean, I was so lucky to get to do Wasp, but now they've changed everything to go along with the movie. So I'd love to do anything in the MCU would be amazing. Um, a while back they did She-Ra, Princess of Power, and I wanted that part so badly. I auditioned for it, and they, whatever, somebody else got it. That's okay. Part of the business. But I like the superhero stuff. I love all the nerdy stuff, and I like silly. Like if somebody, you know, I like silly and over the top and charactery stuff. And I'm happy to do the more realistic, real stuff too. But I really like silly. So if there was another like cow and chicken type show, sign me up. So.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I think when you said Frank Oz is one of your inspirations, wasn't he Yoda in Star Wars, if I remember correctly?
He was. Yep, absolutely. But he was so many of the Muppets characters as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah. He did a
Like,
ton. Yeah.
like how do you go from like the Muppet characters to Yoda? Like, wow, how?
I know. It's awesome.
Yeah. Okay. Now, over the years of your career, do you still keep in touch with other voice actors and actresses and directors? Do you still keep in touch?
I do, and it's actually a great little community, and I've gotten to work with directors on multiple different kinds of projects. I just actually hung out with my good friend Tara Sands yesterday. We went to the Funko Pop store together. Yeah, so she's a great friend. My friend Christina Pochilli, who I actually haven't seen a lot of people because of COVID. So I hope to get to see them. Like I got to see some people at the convention, and I'll get to see a few this weekend when I go to Atlantic City. But we haven't seen each other in person because we've all been recording from our closets. So, yeah.
So how is the Funk? Sorry, off topic. How is the Funko store?
Oh my gosh, it was so much fun. I've seen them in like stores, like, I've seen it at whatever Hot Topic or other those kinds of like GameStop, wherever they have them. But I've never been to a only Funko store, and it was in Hollywood, and we had a blast. And they've got like huge ones, like they're really big. Go on my Instagram page. I put a bunch of pictures up.
Wow.
Yeah, it was really fun, really, really fun. And you name it, they have a Funko Pop for it.
Wow.
And we got to make our own, like of ourselves at the end. It was really cool.
Wow. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I was thinking about putting like a Tails Funko Pop, but I don't know if it would fit in the frame, so that's why I don't know if I put that.
Yeah. Do you
That
have one?
yes, my little sister and I like we both like have like we each have one, and she's like she loves Tails. Like I said, she loves Tails. Oh my god, she's obsessed
Oh,
with Tails.
very sweet. Yeah, they didn't have any at the store because all of the tails over the years have been exclusive. So like the most recent one was at Target, and so it was exclusive to Target. And I think the one before that was a Comic-Con. I think they released it at Comic-Con, but then it was at GameStop. And it was a Super Tails Super
Oh,
Silver, yeah, combo thing. So,
wow. That's
yeah.
cool.
Yeah, maybe they'll do another one.
Yeah, never know. Okay. Now, who would you say is the coolest person that you have worked with? That might be tough to choose.
That's impossible to choose. I mean, Steve Bloom and Dee Bradley Baker and Roger Craig Smith, and I got to work with Frank Welker. I mean, that's just Jim Cummings. Like I just, all these great people. Gray Delisle, Tara Strong, Tara Sands. I mean, everybody is just
Yeah.
so lucky. I actually got to work with uh, Luke Skywalker himself when I did Avengers. So that was fun.
I'm sorry, but wow, Mark Hamill. Oh my, he's a
Oh, in
wow.
the booth. I know it was kind of crazy. Because he played the Claw on Avengers: Earth's Mightiest Heroes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think
Oh.
it was Doctor Claw, the Claw, something. I can't remember. But he was a bad guy. He had great stories.
Oh,
I sat
see,
back like, oh, that's cool. That guy's in the booth. No big deal. And on the side, I'm going, oh my God, it's Mark Hamill.
wow, that's
Yeah.
cool. See,
Mhm.
like other voice people I've interviewed, Rob Paulson. I don't know if you're familiar with his
He's
work.
another one of my favorites. Love him to pieces. He played my dad on Danny Phantom.
Yeah, that's right. You worked with him on Danny Phantom.
Oh, yeah.
I've interviewed Kyle Aber, if you're familiar with him. I think he was in Naruto with you, I think, right?
See, for now for shows like Naruto, we all record by ourselves. So
Okay.
I would see him in passing, but we didn't get to actually work together in the same room. I'm going to see him this weekend though. He's going to be in Atlantic City when I go to the convention.
That's cool. Yeah, see, it's
Great to
pretty
see him. So,
wow, I've interviewed like co-stars you work with. That's pretty cool, you know?
yeah, that's awesome.
Okay. Now, what director taught you the most, would you say? And is there a director you want to work with that you haven't worked with yet?
I've learned so much from all of my directors. Mary Elizabeth McGlynn was amazing. I worked with her several times on different things. Jamie Simone was one of the first directors that I worked with, and I learned a ton from him. It's a very collaborative, thing that we get to do, and I probably learned something from every single person I get to be in the booth with. I can't think if there's somebody that I haven't gotten to work with that I want to. Um, but I just like to work, so I'm happy to work with whoever will have me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Now, if you didn't go into like voice acting or acting in general, what do you think your career would be, and what other hobbies do you have besides voice acting? What other hobbies do you have?
Well, let's see. If that's a multi-level question. If I wasn't doing voiceover, I probably would have been a teacher of some sort. I either would have continued, like I said earlier, I would have done music therapy, like something in the therapy realm, or I would have been a school teacher. But I think I probably would have like gone the route of the therapist and maybe been a counselor at a school, or I would have done the music therapy. And then hobbies, I have two gigantic dogs, so I like to hang out. I take them for walks. They sometimes drag me down the street. I love to read. I like to work out. I like to go for hikes. The usual stuff. And I have kids, so I do stuff with my kids, which is awesome.
Wow. I could see you like as a music or art teacher. I could see that. If you didn't do voiceover, I could see that.
Yeah, I'd love it.
Yeah. Okay. Now, do you have a favorite band and or artist and type of music since you like music?
See, I'm not one for favorites. I like I kind of like a realm. Like, I like musical theater. I don't always listen to it, but every once in a while I do. Like I'll throw on Hamilton or Once on This Island, or a musical. I like I can't, of course you asked
Mhm.
that question. I can't think of a single band.
Sorry.
That's okay. I like 70s music. I like the Beatles. I like Led Zeppelin. I like um those other guys that I can't think of the name. An array of music. So I'm kind of all over the place.
Yeah, because my parents, they raised me like on 80s music.
Okay.
So I like Queen, like We Are the Champions.
Queen. I like Queen too. Sure.
Yeah, that's like my favorite band.
That's the one I was trying to think of. I love Fleetwood Mac.
Okay.
Yeah. There are some that are like from this century that I like too. I just can't think of them right now.
All good.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have sorry to ask you some of my favorites. Do you have a favorite sport and favorite teams? Favorite sports and teams?
Okay. If I'm watching sports on TV, I like college football.
Okay.
Oh, I should have turned that off. Sorry.
All good.
I love baseball. If I'm watching sports on TV, I like college football. But I haven't actually kept up with that in a while. My husband is a huge sports fan, so he will watch anything. He will watch this World Series of poker. He watches baseball. Baseball, of course. Baseball, I think, is probably his favorite. But I love baseball too. I love hockey. Hockey is great. So I don't play them. I'm not exactly, athletic, but I like to watch them. And I'd rather go to a game in person than watch it on TV. But I gotta say, not a fan of basketball. That's probably a very unpopular thing to say, but basketball bores me to death. I hate basketball. Don't hate it, but I don't like it. So.
I agree with you because basketball also bores me. I can't watch it. Like,
they're going in foul, free throw, foul, free
yeah.
throw. It's just you need the last minute and a half of a basketball game. That's all you need. That's all you need.
Yeah.
And
See,
then
like,
say that baseball is slow. I don't know why that doesn't bore me. I like baseball. I don't know.
I like hockey. That's my favorite sport. Hockey.
Love hockey. Hockey's awesome.
It's fun to watch too. At least it's like jam packed and fast paced. Like,
Yeah. Chuck them into the board and love it.
Yeah, because I've also interviewed like other hockey players. Like, I don't know if you know Martin St. Louis or Grant Fuhr. I don't know if you know those names.
What teams are they?
Grant Fuhr was a Edmonton Oilers guy. He won 5 Stanley Cups with Wayne Gretzky.
Okay. Of course, no Gretzky. Of course. But that's awesome. Very cool. I'm, Red Wings.
Yeah.
That's from Michigan.
If I ever get any Red Wings, I'll let you know. I got you.
Okay. Let me know. Awesome.
Okay, so do you have a favorite food, and why is that your favorite?
Oh. Okay. Well, if we're talking like desserts, I like anything with a crumble top. Give me a crumble top muffin or a crumble top pie or a crumble top cake. Food wise, it kind of depends on my mood. Like I like a good burger, but I also like pasta. And then if I'm feeling super healthy, I like kale salad. So that's kind of boring, but like I said, favorites are not. I don't like to play favorites. Don't ask me which one is my favorite kid.
Okay. Yeah, let's see. My favorite food's like pasta because I'm Italian. So
Me
like.
too. Pasta, same with me.
Okay. Now that things are kind of getting back to normal, do you have any projects there in the works that are coming up?
I do, but I can't tell you how many NDAs I have signed in the last few weeks. I can't talk about any of them, unfortunately. Oh, that's my son calling. Be quiet. So I'll call him back. So yeah, I can tell you I have a couple of video games that I've been working on that I'm not sure when they'll come out, but can't talk about them, and a couple other little things here and there that I just can't talk about. Unfortunately, I feel like I'm in the CIA service. Like I can't, I can tell you, I have to kill you.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, I wish I could because I would love to promote my stuff, but I can't yet. But as soon as I can, I always post when they allow me to. So I will post on the Twitter and the Instagram and.
That's understandable. It happens, top secret things, you know. You're
And
an
I get
FBI
I
agent. You know?
like to announce things in whatever way they want to announce it, and you know, even like with video games, sometimes they'll announce the game and just like a couple of cast members, and then later a couple more, and so it just depends on. I just wait until they tell me. I don't react to anything. I just wait until I get the green light so that it's okay. So
You're an FBI agent, right?
I am. I'm on. Everything's on the down low. I know nothing. I say nothing.
Okay. Now, what is your advice for younger kids or younger people that might want to become go into voice acting? What's your advice?
I always tell people to think of it as you're creating characters rather than doing funny voices. You want to think of creating a well-rounded character, and that's where acting comes in. Like you should take acting classes, you could take improv classes, even commercial voiceover classes are great, actual voiceover classes. But it's all about creating characters if you want to do animation. But even for commercial, like you need to be able to handle they call it copy. Your script is your copy, and you need to be able to read it and sound like, you know, you're not just reading it. It's so acting comes in so much. I tell everybody to take acting classes and then watch stuff. Watch cartoons, watch commercials, listen to commercials on the radio. Um, and then once you start doing all those things and you get into a class, then you can start thinking about putting a demo together and looking for representation and joining the union and all those other hard things down the line. But I always tell people start with acting because that's where it's in the name, voice acting. It's what we do. Because we don't have anything else but our voice. We don't have our face, we don't have our hands or our body or costumes or props or sets or any of that stuff. The only thing we have is our voice, and you have to learn how to. I always call it that's your instrument. You have to learn how to play it. So.
I like to add also stay humble. Like remember you came from in a way, you know, stay
Oh,
humble.
of course. And it takes a long time, and don't beat yourself up because it's not an overnight thing. It's not something that you can just decide, oh, tomorrow I'm going to do voiceovers. Like it's a process, and every little thing, like if you get to do an audition, that is a huge win. That's huge because you can't get a job without an audition. So if you start auditioning, I know it's frustrating and you might not book something right away, but just getting to audition, that is a plus. That is huge. So you pat yourself on the back for that one because you got to audition. If you didn't get to audition, you could never get the job. So, and the other thing is people forget that, I mean, I've gotten jobs where I've walked in and they've said, "I've been listening to your auditions for years and I'm finally getting to work with you." And I go, "Well, why'd you wait so long?" But it's true, like people they listen and they remember, and they you might not be right for that thing, but maybe you're right for something down the line. So you got to always give it your best, and I always think of it as you're auditioning for the casting director, not necessarily that part, because maybe you're not right for it, or maybe somebody else sounds too similar and they need to do, you need to sound different from a different character. Who knows? You'll never know. So don't ask because you'll never get to know the answer of why you didn't get something. But the plus is that you got to audition. That's the win there.
Okay. But is there anything you would like to promote and shout out that I can link down below in the video's description? Anything?
If I could, I absolutely would. I mean, you can follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram. On Twitter, I'm at VO Colleen. On Instagram, I'm at Colleen O'Shaughnessy. All of my stuff will be posted there. So if you're waiting for that next video game or whatever, that's where it's going to be posted, or where I'm going to do appearances. And any conventions or any of that kind of in-person stuff or virtual signings, you'll find all of that on my socials.
Cool. I'll say follow Colleen here. Gotcha.
That would be awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, I thank you all so much for watching. Thank you, and Colleen, for being an awesome and amazing guest.
Thank you so much for having me. It was wonderful to talk with you, and everybody have a great day.
Thank you. Have a great day, everybody, and stay awesome. And you stay awesome, Colleen.
You stay awesome too.
Thank you.